There is a thing that's bothering me. It's a concept that's bothering me, and I got to get this out. But cutting Isaac Seumalo is fucking ridiculous.
Oh boy,
the idea
swinging for Mike K already.
Yes,
Jesus,
I mean the suggestion. I like Mike K. So Mike K. comes out with the report that, or I don't even know if it's a report as much as speculation that he could get cut. The idea being Seumalo, they could save $5 million by cutting him. So that's what Mike's talking about. It's a possibility. Should they do it? Absolutely not. I mean, if you believe this team is worth anything, how on God's green earth can you justify cutting an offensive lineman?
Because you just drafted one in the second round.
So?
And you drafted one in the second round the year before then, too.
Okay.
As a guard. And they're both there to play guard. And one's a starting.
Yes.
And one just got drafted, so we have no idea. We haven't been through training camp yet.
But he's also never played guard before. And Seumalo's played center. He's played guard. He's played tackle.
If you're a center, you're a guard. If you're a guard, you're a center. It's pretty much how it goes. That's it. You're either great at snapping the ball or okay at it. And if you're okay at it, you're a guard. Isaac Seumalo was a center. He transferred from a guard. They tried to make him the heir apparent. They realized that they couldn't do that, and that his best value overall is probably a backup. Hence why, the last few drafts as well. I know Jason Kelce loves him, so that's one thing that I'd probably say, well, I don't know if they'd outright cut him. I would say they would need him this year, but I wouldn't be pissed if they just
I would be
ended
pissed.
up. I think he's a great trade piece right now in training camp to do a 1-for-1 on something if you're looking to do that.
I mean, if you're getting offered a third-round pick, I consider it. But if you're trying to go, and if we think this is a team that can go deep, and for what you've said, conference championship, Super Bowl, if that is the high-end expectation of this team, that they actually have a shot, why get rid of line depth when the team is built? Eat the money. It's Howie Roseman. Who cares about $5 million? Are we really going to worry about $5 million with this guy, with this team? For what?
Well, you might need it. You're talking about Super Bowl runs and whatever. You just might not have enough cap space to fit in this year that you can't quite kick down the road. Or, if you restructure too many contracts, on a run, you're gonna
Salt and pepper, John. Push it. Push it real good. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Money does not matter for this team.
Yes, it absolutely does. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does. If I can get $5 million to get me a better skill player on either side of the football, I'm going to take that. If I can go get a safety, which, hey, Mr. Kyle Hamilton, after all this, you're really going to bitch about a backup guard you have to cut because it allows you to go trade for a premier safety or another wide receiver or a pass rusher or whatever's there to fit that big fat contract that you're going to have on a run. I would rather not worry about a backup at the position, especially when you have Driscoll here, especially when you have Cam here. You have Dickerson, who can do literally what you just said and play every position.
But you don't want to move him.
And cheaper. No, but I'd feel way more comfortable if he was doing it versus Seumalo. Dickerson can actually play center as opposed to Seumalo, who cannot. He can't.
Well,
so
no,
there's not a lot of value there.
That's Juergens, right? Juergens is supposed to be that guy. Are they going to cross-train him? Maybe, but if he's the heir apparent.
They have to.
I mean, but how much of the emphasis is going to be there, and how good is he? It's going to be different. And when you think about it, Driscoll's been injured. He missed time last year. You had Sua Opeta playing for a little bit. Do I trust him in that role? Seumalo is a starting Seumalo's a starting caliber player. He's had injury problems. That's his only issue.
Did you think about him at all last year?
Seumalo, he was out since week 3.
Right. But
they cycled through all these different guys. Herbig is gone. If Nate, so I think they made their choice already. That's why I wouldn't get rid of it. If Nate Herbig was on this team right now, I'd be fine with cutting Seumalo. But for them to look at this right now and go, okay, we have the choice. You got to figure how he has that conversation. Would I rather get rid of Isaac and save 5, or get rid of Herbig and just keep the better player?
Well, let me say
part
this,
of it is
brother.
I think the decision's been made.
Yeah,
I think it's been made. I wouldn't cut him.
It was made 2 years ago. I mean, you look at it the same way I do, where they drafted dramatically different, including their offensive line people, in the last 2 years. And it was about speed, where Seumalo's about brick building. And, Cam Juergens can move for a guy really well for his size, incredibly athletic, all that stuff. So the scheme has completely changed from when they envisioned Isaac Seumalo taking over with Jason Kelce. I still think that was that still Chip Kelly, or was that Doug?
Seumalo was, oh God.
I think Seumalo was drafted as the last Chip Kelly.
2015?
2015, 16, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
So
because he got extended, I think, in 19 as a 3-year deal.
He's
how
now
that went.
2 head coaches ago, essentially. And now you have this brand new guy. Gannon's changing everything on that side. They've reshaped that. I don't think anyone should be surprised if anyone that was drafted before Nick Sirianni got here is like, they might cut him. Like, hey, this guy was really valuable. How valuable was he? How valuable was he if he's been gone since week 3 and no one really thought about him? But like, oh, no, he was a really great piece, and Jason Kelsey cried when he went down, and I'm sure he's an amazing person in that locker room. So I get that, but
yeah, the quality of the depth they've had has been amazing, but it's changed, right? Last year, Brandon Brooks was a starter. So it was Seumalo with the one guard, Brandon Brooks on the other side. You don't have Brandon Brooks. So what happens? Dickerson gets a shot, Seumalo goes over. Okay, well, Seumalo goes down. So then here comes Driscoll. Here comes Sua Opeta. Here comes Nate Herbig. Like, all those guys rotated in. But again, Herbig is gone. And Brooks is gone. So why get rid of all this depth? Like, I don't understand any inkling to go and just push this guy out unless you have a deal that's imminent. Like, if they have to cut him for some reason to get Jesse Bates, I mean, fine, but I'm not just cutting him to cut him. Unless you have a move that needs to be made, keep him on the roster, have him week 1, make a move to the deadline, and live your life.